and welcome to Soulful. My name's Nikia.
I'm
Hi.
Toya.
Sorry, Toya. Hi, I'm Janet. And of course, we're missing our other Toya.
Yes.
Toya's working on a project. Welcome.
Yes, Toya's working on a project. Okay, today we have a very special treat for you guys because we have one of our conference speakers, Miss Peggy Ray James.
Hi.
And she is here with us in the flesh today. It is our first time meeting her, so we are super, super, super excited. And we are first going to talk about what we worked on. So, Toya, what did you work on today?
So preparing for live stream shows for the week is what I've been doing all morning long.
Was I supposed to remind you to do something? You didn't tell me that.
You know what? Since the client, he messaged us yesterday, and I was on my emails. Nikia, you'd be proud of me. So we're good until Wednesday.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, making sure.
Yes.
What about you, Janet?
Get her to pick up that phone. Boy, we would be so in business. But thank you for the email. Thank you. I am here also getting ready because me and Toya have a live stream client that me and Toya got two Toya, you working me. But anyway, let's we're working on live stream too. And then I'm also working with my other client. I booked her on some poetry trips. So she's getting ready to fly out this week. So just making sure she's organized and have everything she needs. So
fantastic.
Cool. I worked on KPIs. So I still work full-time jobs. So I had KPIs and a staff meeting today, and that butted up to this. So I haven't done any work in my business today. So that is what I plan to do this afternoon.
Nice.
So Peggy, what did you work on today?
Well, I had a group call with my marketing program ladies, and I'm working on some SOPs for a team member that I'm bringing on for launch support.
Cool.
Oh.
So I love that, Peggy. Before you go any further, like you are SOPs, have your standard operating procedures in place. It makes it so much easier when you bring on new teammates and employees and so forth. So awesome, Peggy. Nice.
Okay. I am going to read Peggy's bio. Peggy Ray James is a marketing coach for done-for-you service providers and rising coaches and course creators. She is passionate about helping entrepreneurs scale their businesses by giving them both the foundation they need as well as proven marketing strategies to help them propel quickly to a full-time income. Her favorite part about being a coach is watching women own their superpowers, push past fears, and change their futures. When she's not working, you can find her wrangling her 3 little girls or reading a self-development book. So welcome, Peggy.
Thanks for having me, guys. I'm happy to be here.
We are so excited that you're here. So my first question is, what did you do before this?
Well, I was a full-time mother, but before that, insert my first kid, I was a club manager of a health club. I was a manager.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you're into the fitness lifestyle.
Was.
Okay, so we eat bonbons and Twinkies now. No,
I had cake for lunch.
Okay. So then motherhood set in, and then you transitioned into this business.
Yes. Yeah. So I had Daisy is my oldest, and she is almost 7 now. I had her, I had my next one, Liberty, and then I inserted a foster child into the mix for about 9 months. And then I had my third. So I had 4 kiddos for a little while. And then we had to say goodbye to our little bonus girl. And it was hard. It was really, really hard. And so I was like, what else can I do? Like, how can I keep giving, even though we have an open home, even still? It's just slow in Delaware, which is a good thing. But I was like, I needed something. That was my thing, you know? So that's when I started looking into what else can I do? And I fell into the VA world.
Okay.
Wow. How long have you been in the VA world, Peggy?
What was it? It was 2018, like the summer of 2018 is when I kind of came across my first ad, my first Facebook ad. And I was like, what is this VA thing? And I was like, well, I can do that. I can do that.
So how long was it before you transitioned from, because you now have an agency, right? Or it's operate sort of like an agency?
Yeah, so I'm not a VA right now. I don't offer done for you services. I coach VAs and service providers and some coaches now. So I transitioned into the coaching world in
And how
2019 fully. Yeah.
wow.
Well, I shouldn't say that. I did both. I did both in the year 2019, I did both. And then 2020, like it was like my New Year's resolution. I let go of all of my done for you clients and moved solely into coaching.
Whoa, man!
Why did you do that?
Yeah, that was my question.
Yeah, so I found myself coaching my done for you clients all the time, and it was the part I loved the most. It was, Peggy, how do we do this? Or what do you think about this? They were always coming to me for advice. And so I ended up being more of that consultant to them. And I enjoyed that the most. And I enjoyed the work the least, even though I was good at it. I just still I dreaded it. I liked this. I liked the talking and I liked the strategizing. And then in the meantime, I had a lot of VAs reaching out to me saying how are you scaling so quickly? How are you doing this? And so I just was like, I'm going to just mesh the two. Yeah. And that's kind of how it all came to be. It's been a strength of mine for a long time. So when I am coaching, I'm helping what are you good at, right? What do people say that you're good at in your just everyday life? And for me, it was always everyone called me Mama P at work. I was a manager. I was the fixer. I was the okay, you have a problem. How do we fix this? What are the different things that we can do? So it's always come naturally to me. So it was an obvious choice, really.
Oh, okay. So you were able to use, because you were still management sort of at the fitness place.
Well, I wasn't managing at the time, but I still had that management brain.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then when you came into the actual virtual assistant industry, then you worked, but then that management still honed into you in sort of, and not necessarily managing, but the coaching, the giving instruction. And then that then just took you back to the plateau where you needed to be. So then you transitioned into the coaching and working with clients. That's an interesting thought, because when you think about, for many VAs, we come into the industry already excelling in a certain area in our lives. So once we transition into, and for many people in this during time, because of COVID, they transition. That essential thing that you already had, from what I gathered from just conversating with you, will eventually surface back, that it will be pushing you back into that realm that you was, but then you have to figure how to work the two of them together.
Yeah, totally.
Yep. So I have a question. When you first saw the ad, because you mentioned ad, when you first saw the ad, were you inundated with a lot of information? Because I noticed that when I decided to become a VA, I was inundated with a lot of information, and I couldn't figure out what was needed, what was not needed, and how to navigate that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. The information is just so overwhelming. So yes, I was, but I'm by nature an action taker. So I'm not let me think about this for the next 6 months and decide. I'm like, oh, let's do this. Let's do this today, tomorrow, So I just kind of took what information I did have. The first month, I had a binder. I listened to all the podcasts and downloaded all the freebies, and I just pieced them together myself. But a lot of hours were spent. I don't ever want people to think that it was just something that I fell into. I mean, I was consumed by it. Probably unhealthy.
Yeah, I was too.
But I just was completely I got to make this work. And I wanted to, I had that desire. Lots and lots of long days and hours to kind of piece together. And I did a lot of things wrong because I didn't have a coach at the time. But yeah, very overwhelming, extremely.
So with that being said, because you said that you didn't have a coach, and now that you are a VA coach, what would you recommend? Well, I like to say I'm new, but these ladies keep telling me I'm not new. I am about 8-9 months in. What would you recommend to a new VA or anyone within joining a new industry or transitioning because of COVID? Would you suggest that they at 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, or would you suggest it? When should they start thinking about they need a coach?
That's a really, really good question. I will never not be without a coach at this point. Just overwhelmingly, the people that have coaches excel faster. So I think it kind of goes back to your personal vision and your goals. So for those people that just want, or those VAs, service providers that are like, they're just looking to bring in a little bit extra cash and they just want a few clients, I don't know that it's necessary for them to have a coach, right? As long as they have some foundational stuff there. But if you want to like grow an agency, you're like, I'm ready to take on the world, you need a coach. Yeah. That's what I would say. So I got to the point where like I was getting clients for myself, but I knew that I wanted more. I wanted to niche down. I wanted to grow. I wanted to be an industry leader, and I needed someone to tell me what I didn't know, because you don't know what you don't know.
Right.
And that's us, right, ladies? We want to be industry leaders.
We do want to be industry leaders.
Yes.
We'll get there.
We are.
You're already there. You're already there. Look at you guys.
I know. We're doing great. We're doing great. We just hit 600 in our group. We just hit 600 members in our Facebook group. So awesome. That was exciting. Yeah. And we're putting on the conference for the first time.
Now, I was saying, Peggy, didn't I just tell you about those little habits? Then we have some sidebar. No, let me say. Yeah, we will get there. We will get there. I know for me, I have been thinking about it. I'm just not, and that then brings on the net, because one of the things we know for our industry, what do you find when you first log on or you first start? It's easy to start up. You just need a laptop and a cell phone. But the more and more as I go through this journey and I have encouraging and conversation through networking, VA coaches are now becoming a very prominent and substantial thing. So I think even in going down the road in our marketing and our strategy, we might need to start implementing that, as to say, maybe 6 months or a year in, put the trajectory, because right now, I know for me, which was just a year ago, when I started researching it, the thing that I always saw is become a 6-figure income, and I was like, that don't add up to me in my mind.
Right.
So, but you didn't tell me how to become. You just said I could be a VA and then I could be a 6-figure. You didn't tell me about the trajectory period.
So, the messy middle.
Yeah. So now that we're talking about the VA, now that is something that needs to be marketed and propagated about maybe 6 months in. If you're just going in for a couple dollars extra income, but if you're going in to build you something, start thinking, start preparing, start putting away that little $5 or $10 so that you can venture into that VA work.
I think a lot of people too don't realize that they have to invest in themselves, and a coach is an investment. They just look at it like, I can't afford a coach, so I need to work harder. I need to get this freebie. I need to pay attention to this, or I just need to do these things because I can't afford a coach, instead of looking at the value the coach could bring, that you can figure out a way to expense it.
Right.
Yeah, and the thing is, you have to have the money available. And if you're maybe like, I'm just saying, from the era that I came into it, you were without employment. So a VA coach was, right now, a lot of people are just trying to make money, back up, survive. They desire to learn more, but the finances are just not there. So and we have to respect a VA coach for their time. I'm not telling them to ever, minimize their prices. It's just it's the balance. But the thing is to put out good education and
Right.
communication
I
and
think that's
marketing.
I think
Have
that's
to
one of
be
the
That's what,
great I
yeah.
think that's one of the great parts of having a Facebook group. Peggy has a group, we have a group. Point of the group is to give that education in leeway of getting you to the confidence of booking a coach.
Mhm.
Me and Toya, we say as moderators of the group, we are not coaches. We have our own coach. We are not coaches, but we do make sure that there is meaningful information imparted in the group every day.
Yeah.
So Peggy, as a coach, is it possible for VAs, for us three and all the VAs out here to be six-figure VAs? Is that possible?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah,
Is it?
absolutely. It is. I think really the key is not offering everything.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
We just learned that. We just
Fantastic.
learned that.
It's so hard, especially when you're starting. There's so much to learn. There's all the platforms, all the software. But the women that I coach that are the most successful, they hone in and they hone in big time. They become experts in one thing.
Yes.
And that's how you scale. Unless you can lean into an agency, right? You can build a team. There's different ways to scale. But yeah, you can be, a lot of people are like, you only can make six figures as a coach. And that's just not true. But there's a way that you have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're just, people's call girl and, the on call all the time, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
So I love that you said that this month in the group, in our group, it's all about working smart, working smarter. And and I am in charge of content this month, and so I'm taking that theme and I'm just taking a piece out, and I want to focus on being the go-to, because that is working smarter. When you're the go-to, you can streamline. You offer a couple services, you be the expert, and you will always make more money. Always being an expert versus a general. A general doctor does not make what the surgeon makes.
That is true.
So I'm so grateful that you brought that out. That is so true. Yeah, I feel validated, guys. I'm excited about the content this month.
I'm glad.
Yeah, I mean that is how you feel. I say that the riches are in the niches. I think that's been said a lot, and it's really true. But it is difficult for a newer VA
It is
to hone in on what they want to, what they want to do. But my
try
advice,
some stuff.
yeah, and my advice is always like, you're the boss, so it's okay if you try something and you decide couple months down the road that it's not a good fit. Like, you get to pivot. This isn't about getting it right in the first try. It's, what can I do? Maybe I don't want to do this forever, but I'm going to do it for right now. And let's just see how it works. And then you get to change. You get to change your mind. There's nothing wrong with it.
I think it's so interesting. The coaches that now that we're affiliated and we have a coach, we hear those things. But I didn't know that in the beginning. It's like, oh, I'm going to do social media, and if I change, I got to change all of my social media stuff and change my website. I got to do all this stuff if I'm going to change what I'm going to do. But that's not true. It's just not.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you so much for bringing that out. Yeah. And indeed, it just takes time. You got to try some stuff and see what you like. You just do. So
yeah, I know I wanted to do social media in the beginning, and then I started hating social media, so I stopped offering it.
Yeah. Good. I mean, why offer something that you hate? Like, that's not why we're in business, right?
I like my own social media, but I don't want to do it.
I'm still.
Miss Janet has great social media.
Oh no.
She says,
Miss Peggy, I need a lot of work.
You're a work in progress.
Yes. I am still trying to find, like I said, I'm just about 8-9 months in. I'm still trying to find where my niche is. Well, not necessarily my niche, but what I need to hone on in, because I'm very much a talker. I like to talk and I like to engage with people. So that is where I am trying to find my balance. And I know I can do it through social media. I just don't know how to do it, because you can, as you can tell, I'm a bit of a jokester, and so that's where I haven't found. but I love talking to people on
Yeah.
the phone. And I love organizing. So I'm trying to find how to make that work. And I've been in the entertainment industry, so I'm trying to figure out how to mesh all of it to make it so that, because I do want to, in the next 3 to 4 months, hone into something that is going to be my platform.
Yeah. Yeah. I always say, go back to, what do you want to be known for? When someone says your name, what do you want them to think of?
Great customer
and of course
service.
that takes time, but it's, whenever people are trying to decide between a couple different services, I'm like, well, what do you want people to think of when they say your name? Is it general VA or is it something different? That's why most of the people that go through my programs tend to ditch the VA title actually and hone into like a different title.
Say that again, Peggy. What do they do?
Sure. So most of the women that go through my programs, they ditch the virtual assistant title and hone into a different title that really positions them as an expert, that really hones in on that specialty that they're offering. So if you're a VA offering social media management, call yourself a social media manager. If what you love is Pinterest management, don't call yourself a VA. You're a Pinterest manager, a Pinterest strategist. So we work with people on their titles because just a title can elevate you so much more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I transitioned out of that quite quick. When was that? Like 3 months in? And I started calling myself the virtual professional because I do so much. So yeah, I
Yeah. I have a couple ladies that do virtual manager because they feel like they don't want to quite be that OBM, but they feel like they're higher level than an assistant. It's the assistant word that I think is can be very degrading.
Yeah. So it gives you like secretary, low tier secretary feel. And so the way I like to say is that the virtual assistant it's an industry. It is the industry, but it is not, what you focus. It's not the focus. Like I'm a live stream producer, but I'm definitely in this virtual, service provider world.
Right.
I'm a live stream producer today. I wasn't that, 4 months ago, but that's what I am today.
Excuse me.
And I was able to choose that.
Yeah.
Or it chose me
too. Yeah.
And I command so much, but I'm getting to the point now where some folks are they're clamoring to want to work, with me. And it's like, because I'm the live stream producer. But if I was I'm a VA, it would be different. So I'm so glad you brought that out. Yeah.
Totally. And you can charge more. And I mean, it's amazing what it will do when you niche in. Yeah. But I bet you also don't feel like you're completely tied and married to that. If you wanted to branch out, you could.
Yeah. And that's important to say, because during the season, COVID, everybody's home, boom, any type of this type of virtual production work is booming, but that might be different next year. And I'm open to changing, whatever, like Nakia, has made some changes in the season that makes sense. And we can do that, guys, as business owners. We're business owners and we can do that.
Yes.
Peggy said so.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, this is a journey. I think we look at it as I'm working toward one destination. We're entrepreneurs. We shift and we change and we pivot. That's why we love doing what we do. So we can have those options.
Yeah.
There's so much freedom in that. People, I guess, think sometimes coming from an employee situation, we don't understand the freedom and liberty that we have. I know that's the same thing, but we have it. We have it. Yes.
I've struggled with that because I still work, so I do struggle with that. But I'm working on it. I'm also working on learning to get in people's DMs. I got one of Peggy's freebies, so I'm working on that this week. So that would be one of my my working smarter things. Right? To be reaching out to people via DMs.
Nice. That's a new thing for you, Nakia.
That is very new for me because I'm scared.
Yeah, I need to obtain that. We have to share that resource because
I will.
I will send you the email.
That's how you
sign up for it.
Yeah, that's how you need to talk to the entertainment industry. It's through their DMs. So that would be a very crafty thing for me.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. And,
Very big.
people like to work with people. Like people, I see everyone's got their logo in there. I'm like, no, you're not your logo. You are your fate. You are the brand, People want to work with people. So I push that a lot.
Yes, she does.
Love it. Oh, I love it. I love
So,
the
Peggy, what is the name of your
foundational.
group?
Yeah.
Peggy, what is the name of your group?
The Virtual Assistant Club.
So, if anybody wants to join, Peggy's group is the Virtual Assistant Club. It is a very nice group. I enjoy it myself.
I think that's the virtual assistant group. I'll put it up here.
Are you on Clubhouse too?
I am. I haven't utilized it to the biggest ability. So here's another thing: split focus, split results. So I will say no to new trends until I'm ready, because it's just, you can't be on all the platforms and give yourself fully. So I've had to say no to some of the new things and stick to what is working now. Or else you got your hands on a lot of different things and nothing's working. I see that a lot. Like, I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and I can't make any money. And I'm like, well, because you're not focused. You gotta stay focused on one thing.
Woo! So you said stay focused, and you also said that for you and your house, you do not jump to the trend. You do what's working now. I love it.
I've kind of left Clubhouse myself because I don't like talking to people.
Left Club, you didn't give it enough
time. We gotta talk to people, but you have to do it.
I know I have to talk to people, but I'm better at written stuff, so I'm gonna concentrate on my DMs.
And that's cool.
Yeah,
some people prefer that
all day. So I love Clubhouse, but I think I saw your group or I saw that name. That's why I asked you about Clubhouse.
And I've done a couple rooms, like I've participated in a couple, and I really think that Clubhouse can work. Like I do. I see it working for a lot of people, but not if you're split between multiple things. So I might circle back to it, but not right now.
And there, some of the social media platforms are starting to take some of those elements of Clubhouse, and so we may see that and stuff that we already are doing.
That is true.
Very true.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about the conference. Like, what are you talking about in the VA World Conference?
Yeah, so I'm going to talk to you guys about how to find clients. That's my jam. I love marketing. Marketing is my thing. So it's all about getting in front of the right clients, tracking them, getting in front of them, building authority, building your brand. So yeah, I'm excited. It's like,
nice.
I'm going to be right up front for that, in your face.
I'm going to be in front of you. I hope you can see.
I can't wait.
Okay, so I'm going to ask one question about that. What's the best way to do tracking in your marketing?
A spreadsheet. A spreadsheet. Yeah. I mean, you can use different tools. So on Instagram, you can create folders. If you've got a CRM, you could do it that way. But the easiest way to track would be to get yourself a spreadsheet. And it's all about really, like, it's not just randomly throwing people up there. And I don't want to talk too much about what I'm going to talk about at the conference, but it's about knowing who you're targeting and specifically going after those people. That's why finding your niche and knowing who you're targeting is so important. And then in volume, let's get those people on a lead tracker and figure out the best way to get in front of them. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Have any more questions, you guys?
You need to come to the VA World Conference. You need clients. You need to be there. So we can get our clients, get our 6 figures, so we can get our bag. Yeah.
Yes, secure the bag.
Peggy, do you like speaking at conferences?
Yeah. I mean, I've never spoken in person. But yeah, I do summits and podcasts and stuff like this. Yeah, it's fun.
Nice.
I like talking.
Yeah. Janet, Nakia, is that something you guys think we should be doing more of? Speaking.
I like speaking I'd like to give a couple classes on customer service.
Okay.
I really would like to do that.
Well, maybe you can do that in the group.
Yeah.
Sure.
Awesome. Fantastic.
You know, I don't mind, but yeah, that's me. I love customer service and just efficiency and follow through. So
Love
yeah,
that.
okay.
Nice. All right. Well, let's bring up a couple of our sponsors and then wrap up with Peggy letting us know about her offer. I'm excited about that. So let's see who we got here. Who's here? Oh, there we are. The VAV. Event
Yes, we
Productions.
have an event this weekend. So the virtual assistant, no, is VA Virtual Event Productions is hosting a sip and shop this Saturday. It's from 3 to 5, and we are looking for shoppers. So we will look forward to you guys joining us.
And we will share the comments to the Eventbrite. We'll share it in the comments for that Eventbrite. Okay, and yay, we have Peggy here with us. And she will
Yes.
be speaking in the VA World Conference that we've been mentioning throughout the broadcast. So please, how long are they able to get the early bird tickets, sis?
Early bird tickets are on sale until the end of the month.
End of the month. Okay. So yeah, you have it to the end of April, guys, and you just simply go to vaworldconference.com and you're able to snatch that early bird ticket. Yes. And there's this awesome VA that I know that I would love to hear from today. OMG.
She'd never
And
talk.
the name of my business is KISS Virtual Services, and we provide general administrative services as well as project management. I no longer do social media management, but I can refer you to someone who's great at it.
Yes.
And I can be reached at kissvirtualservices.com.
And when you go to kissvirtualservices.com, there's a button. You click on it and you can have a call with Nakia.
That is true.
Yes, yes. And she will support you like none other. Yes. Awesome, awesome. Okay, Peggy, we are here for it. Tell us what you got for us, sis.
Okay, so next week, starting on the 13th, I have a free 3-day challenge, and it's all about how to book your next 4-figure client.
Ooh.
So pretty excited about this, guys. There is an art to attracting clients that are willing to fork over 4 figures a month in recurring services. So I'm going to break down what is needed, what you need to actually do in order to make that happen for yourself. And we don't just stop at one 4-figure client. Let's get a lot of them. So I'm excited.
A lot of them. Yes. You have a lot of them. That is wonderful. I'm really excited about that. So when is that again, Peggy?
Starts the 13th. It's next Tuesday, and it runs through the 16th in the Virtual Assistant Club. That's
in the club.
where
that's
where we'll
club.
be. If you sign up, you'll get prizes. You'll get the printouts that you can use and follow along with every day.
Yep, I'm signed up. I'm all ready.
Awesome.
And you didn't tell nobody.
You can't be holding out. That's fine, sis. We gonna get on it, Janet. We can type too. We can put our name and email.
My name. I'll be over there shortly. Okay?
That part. Awesome.
Peggy, I'm gonna get there.
All right. I'll be looking for you.
Yes. So any other announcements or anything else that we want to talk about? Okay.
No,
wonderful.
Today, do you know that April is financial month?
Financial.
Yeah. Now we don't have to submit by April 15th for the taxes, but still be responsible. Start now. Start working on your financials for 2022. Things you need to do better. Storing your receipts, writing down your notations, knowing where you're spending your money. It's take advantage. Financial literacy. Let's go differently than where we've gone before.
Awesome. And I wanted to let you know, if you have a Florida business, your annual report is due May 1st. And if you don't pay it by May 1st, then you have to pay like an additional $300 to $400. So make sure you get your annual reports done by the end of this month. Okay, Floridians. Yes. All right. Well, thank you so much, Peggy. Oh my gosh, you really hit some things that will help us to be better VAs, for us to make more money as virtual assistants. So thank you. And guys, make sure that you make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. There are some awesome prizes that will only be given to those that subscribe to the channel. So please do so. Anything else, ladies? Is that it?
Nope, that's it.
That's
all
it.
Right.
Run on over to the Virtual Assistant Club.
Yes. Have a good one, guys.
Bye.
Bless. Bye.
Bye.